Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks. I got plans, you got talk. Heard it's real cheap, but it's really gon' cost. I'm trying to get these ends, build empires with my friends. I'm about handling my business.
Hello YouTube family, it's DeMarie TV. Everything I say in this video is alleged. It is in my opinion and it is for entertainment purposes only. Hello YouTube family, it's DeMarie TV. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the video, you guys. I'm new to YouTube. Every like and subscribe that I get, it helps me get higher in the algorithm. And I always forget to ask you guys in the front of the video, and I wait till the end and I miss it. So would you please do me a huge favor and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Here we go. Hey YouTube family, so what I want to talk to you all about today is Ariane Curry. Ariane Curry is someone who tends to kind of throw all of us for a loop because we keep wondering, why does this woman do the things that she does? You know, like, why does she allow herself to get caught up with Martell in this situation with a married man? And as of date, she has openly admitted on recordings that not only did Martell set up Revenge P on his ex-wife, but also she participated. She was an active participant in this act. She herself admitted to having the content in her phone, to watching the content. And it's likely she and Martell have both shared that content with other people. So what I want to talk about today is what type of woman would get herself involved with a man like Martell after knowing and seeing and witnessing the things that he has done to his ex-wife. So really quickly, let's cover the 15 common female narcissistic traits. Number 1, being self-centered or self-absorbed. Number 2, never admitting fault. Number 3, pettiness and inability to see the bigger picture. Number 4, obsession with social status. Number 5, addicted to social media. Number 6, exploitative of others. Number 7, being overly vain. Number 8, using sex appeal to coerce. Number 9, seeming insecure, shy, or reserved. Number 10, sensitive and reactive. Number 11, dependency or neediness. Number 12, playing the victim card. Number 13, passive aggressive and manipulative. Number 14, bullying or being a mean girl. Number 15, instability in work, life, or relationships. Now, some of these traits can apply to many of us. There's some of these traits that a lot of us have. But when you start to see a multitude of these traits in a person, that should put you on notice. Some red flags should be flying. And I believe Ariane Curry displays all 15 of these character traits, in my opinion. So in a nutshell, we kind of all know who Melody and Martell are. We've watched them for 6 seasons now. We've seen, the relationship. We saw the relationship when it began to crumble. We were aware of Ariane Curry. And, from the time that they were on the drive, headed out of town, and you heard her voice on the radio, we knew that she was then aware of his situation, the show, the marriage, the children, everything. So you just kind of wonder, like, a normal woman would not put themselves in that situation. So what I want to talk about today is, who are the women that do? And who are the women that ignore, some of the traits of a man like Martell? He's a narcissistic man. And it's a lot of women out there checking for that. It's a lot of women right now. And them pick-me's, they'll get at that. They ready to go. But I think there's something about him that is disarming to women who are unaware of the dangers of engaging with a man like Martell. Martell is a dangerous human being. He's not what you want to invite into your life. I don't care how good he looks in a suit. And just for the record, his ability to look amazing in a suit, his need to drive a nice car, that is all part of a facade that narcissists use to lure your inhibitions. The mere fact that he shows up looking good in a suit and he drives a nice car, it opens him up. It gets him into rooms that he would not normally be in, and it puts people in relaxation mode. They're not afraid of him. They're not concerned about him. He becomes someone that they want to know. And there's a problem in that. It's a problem with that, because the closer you allow him to get to you, the more harm he does to you. So Martell in himself, the nice body, the looking good in a suit, that is part of his narcissistic behavior. That's why he does it. That's why he comes in suits at times and inopportune times where you don't feel like a suit is even necessary. Why the hell he got a suit on? What y'all doing today for him to have on a whole suit? He does that because that is a part of his facade. And just like we watched Martell go through the process of, splitting with his wife, getting back with her, Melody getting pregnant with Sugar Mama, and then them splitting again, Ariane was well aware of all of this as well. Yet she never went anywhere. She stayed in there. We watched Martell try to disrespect Melody's boundaries over and over again. We watched him pop up at inopportune times in places where he shouldn't be, coming to her new home uninvited several times. Once when she was with the kids and he said, if my kids are here, I'm going to pop up. That's inappropriate. It's inappropriate behavior for you to ever be somewhere where you are expressly told that you are unwanted. When he showed up with the wine and uninvited, inappropriate. She had repeatedly told him, do not come to my home, asking for her phone number, tapping her phone, taking her to court for full custody of her children and asking for passwords to her social media accounts, wanting to know all of her bank accounts, wanting to know who she's sleeping with, wanting to know her phone number. All of those things are traits of narcissistic people. And he used the court systems to try to get information that he could not get outside of the court, because Melody has worked really hard at setting strong boundaries, and she has held to that. And he has not been able to penetrate those boundaries. He has not been able to say he's sorry and she forgive him. He has not been able to give her money or flowers or, do anything that she does not want him to do. She does not allow him to know her schedule. She has changed her patterns. She has changed where she works, how she moves. She has security. She's done everything possible to block this man from having access to her, because when you're dealing with a narcissist, you have to set very strong boundaries and you have to make it very clear to them you do not want any interaction with them. Doesn't mean they're going to stop trying. Doesn't mean that you're going to deter them quickly. This can be years on years on years of trying to stop these people from trying to get into your space. And when you have children by them, they believe wholeheartedly, got her. She gonna always have to deal with me. Why? We got kids. So that is why he sued her for full custody. He wanted the courts to reinforce his belief that I should have access to her. She should have to call me and ask me for permission to go out of town because I'm the person who has to watch the kids, and I want to be the only one that watches the kids. All those people that she had in her network, all those people that were helping her by being babysitters and watching the kids, no, that's unacceptable. I need her to need me because I want to control her. That's what all that's about. Ariane was watching all of this take place, all of it. She was watching how he treated his wife. She was watching the disrespect. She participated in the disrespect. And when she thought she could possibly be losing out on Martell, when she saw him getting back with Melody, when Sugar Mama got pregnant and COVID happened, she decided to pull the ultimate trigger. She got pregnant with Knox on purpose to try to end their marriage. And it worked. It absolutely positively worked. And I think a lot of people think that it worked because she's just trash and she's just this person that allows Martell to, pull wool over her eyes. What has happened with Martell is that Martell has crossed paths with another narcissist. He and Ariane are both narcissists. They are both the same person. And this is a dangerous combination. It's a very dangerous combination. So let's talk about Ariane and why Martell hooking up with this woman in particular is a huge problem. It's a huge problem because what are the limits to which they'll go? So let's talk about Ariane Curry and some of the things that leave most of us just like scratching our head like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? Something is wrong with her. I mean, most people who have ever listened to her on live, you can clearly see there's an issue there. But there's also some things that jump out at you. She's extremely competitive. Like this woman was going to stop at nothing to win what she thought was the prize. But I don't even think Martell understands what she thought was the prize and why she's still hanging in there. She's still waiting on him to strike gold. What she had when she was cheating with Martell was access to Melody's money. And that's what she loved. That's what she wanted. She thought Martell was the money source. And her goal was to win Martell from Melody so that she could then have the money. That was solely what she was focused on. It wasn't so much about loving him, being in love with him, idealizing him, thinking he's the world's greatest anything. She does not think that because she thinks of herself as someone who is a winner. She was going to win this man and this money at all costs. Then she gets him and the money didn't come. So now she's sitting over there with a baby that she had in an effort to steal this man from his wife. Not because she loved Martell. She had that baby to trap him and to destroy their marriage. Hence, that's why she never watches him. That's why he's pulling liquor bottles out her purse. All of that. That's why he's in the pool. That's why he's sick. All of that is because she did not care to have a child with someone out of love. She did it out of spite. So that competitiveness made her feel, if I can get this man to come over here with me, I can have all of this world and she and her children can be out of the way. Not a lot of thought put into that idea. Not a lot of thought put into that at all. But that's the extent to which she thought she would win. So as long as Melody was with Martell, Ariane was going to stop at nothing to destroy her marriage And that included having a child. And even after that, she would not have stopped. She has no substance. She has no identity. She does not know the value. They don't want the value that most people want. We all have a certain set of values and customs that are almost in common. She does not have that. Ariane has constantly displayed to the world that she has absolutely no value. She will get on a live and talk about how this man performs sexual acts on her just openly. And in her mind, it's a win. That's all. It's just a win. She's consumed with sexual perverse acts, and she uses it to her advantage. She doesn't care if he's gay, straight, into her having sex with other people. She's even sick enough to watch this man perform a sexual act with his ex-wife and keep the video in her phone. People, that is not normal. Most women in the world would never subject themselves to that type of trash. It's sick and it's perverse. Normal people do not do that. They don't do it. So for her, being a side chick was about her getting what she wanted. And that included a lifestyle. That included the Love and Marriage Huntsville limelight. That included a certain status that came along with being with Martell. She so thought. So a woman like this is very self-centered. She will take advantage of any situation and anybody. That's why I love the idea of Carlos King flirting with putting her on that show. If he puts her on that show, she will take advantage of every opportunity to destroy all of them if it means she, in her mind, wins. And she's always only gunning for her. To attach yourself to a narcissist and think you're going to win or you doing them a favor, you playing yourself. So Carlos, keep paying for houses. Keep giving them money under the table. It's all going to backfire on you because when they go down, you go down with them. Because you're not only dealing with one narcissist, you are dealing with two. With two. Women like this also have no problem taking advantage of people, anyone, including their own children. We all saw how she treated Paris. We all saw how she had Knox, did not want to be bothered with Knox, so she then made Paris Knox's parent. We watched it. So in the event that Paris is away from her and with her daddy, thank God that you took your daughter and have her in a safe environment. And if you don't, you should. You really should get her away from this situation because it is not going to end well. She has complete disregard for boundaries, just like Martell does. It's nothing that they'll do for money, including break the law, just like Martell. She stays inappropriate in her relationships with people of the opposite sex. Just like you would see her mention her baby's Paris's father when she was trying to get under Martell's skin, or say, yeah, I got a side boyfriend. When she would talk about having boyfriends to try to get back at Martell, he does the same thing. He does the same thing. He acts as if he's with a new supply, Sheree, and he's treating her better than he's ever treated anyone else. And that's so a weak-minded woman will believe that that man has changed. What you're watching is simply a love bomb. They haven't changed. Martell didn't change for Melody. He didn't change with Sheree. He ain't changed with Belinda. And he has not changed with Ariane. He ain't gonna never change because he's a narcissist. He's arrogant. He does not feel there's anything that he needs to change. He has no empathy for anyone. He does not care about the harm that he causes to other people. and neither does she. She enjoys seeing how far she can push the envelope. She loves that. She loves it when she gets on live and we are like this. She is so damn slow. She doesn't care that we're there talking about her or that she's getting thousands of people leaving comments about how stupid she is, how she needs to leave him, how slow she is. She doesn't care. For her, attention is attention, good or bad. She just wants it. She don't care how it comes. When she's not out there in the public eye, she's working on something on the back end. They plotting. Anytime you don't hear from her, it's not because she's not actively trying to figure out how to get back to money. They're plotting together. So what has happened is Martell and Ariane have come together. They're both the same narcissistic type of people. But my question is, does that make them worse than what they would normally be separate? And where does this end? How does this end? What limit will these two go to get what they consider a win? And who do they harm in their path? We clearly know out of Ariane's mouth, Melody, they have no problem doing whatever they need to do to try to destroy her. That is the goal. They're trying to get at her money any way they can, or they're trying to destroy her because if they can't win, she can't win. They sit together and just sit in fury and anger and sit thinking about day in and day out how to plot against this woman, how to turn her friends against her. It's just a sick, perverse infatuation and obsession. So hopefully, there are authorities in Huntsville investigating them right now. And hopefully this can come to an end, because the best thing for everyone in this situation involved would be for them to be separated and locked up. That would be the best thing for them. Not that they're going to learn lessons from this. They won't learn any lessons. When they get out, they're going to be the same type of people they were when they went in. These people are not going to change their behavior. They can't unless they get extensive counseling. And ain't neither one of them checking for that. I guarantee you, if they get locked up behind this, the minute they come out, they're going to go back to trying to win. You have to want to do better and you have to want to change. And these two people are incapable of that. They are not looking to be better people. They're not looking to calm down and change and just go off into the sunset together. Martell and Ariane are always plotting. They're always trying to secure a win, and they will do anything to get it, including breaking the law. What we are watching is a train wreck. We are watching a shit show. How it ends, nobody knows. But what we do know is that we pray all the time for Melody and the children, and we know God got them. We know whatever they throw that way will not succeed. It's not going to happen. But there is a lot of harm that can still be done to people if these two stay together. So hopefully, as I speak, police are investigating this too, and they will find out and start to peel back the layers as to what all it is that they have done, because I doubt very seriously that this Revenge P tape is the full extent to what they've done. I think once you start digging into their phones and going through their records and looking and following money with these two, you're going to find out a lot more. And hopefully someone is doing a forensic investigation to put these dots together. That, I don't know how long that's going to take, but in the meantime, I hope nothing else continues to go on with these two. I hope they've been put on notice. So just hopefully they will stop for a second and this gives them pause. I doubt it, but that's my hope. Because these two together is just two people who are narcissists using each other for what each person wants. They both will have no problem taking each other out if it means they lose. So I guess we'll just have to continue to watch this. But Ariane, for you to get yourself in this type of situation for someone that was another woman's man, that you inserted yourself into the situation, you will ultimately come up on the short end of the stick. That was never what was intended for you. That was not your man. You just put yourself in that situation because you, like he, is a narcissist. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want bigger rocks.